Alright, welcome back to WorldBox Nation Battle Royale. Now what we have here is the map of a really interesting planet here. It's not Earth, totally does not look like Earth at all. It's actually the planet you see in I believe the I think that's the old WorldBox logo or something. Or maybe it's like the loading screen planet. I don't exactly remember. But we have it here as an actual map now. And I have set down all the kingdoms. We have all the race here, all the people. We have, first of all, the human with their Eshin hegemony. Or Eshin hegemony. We have the dwarf with ancient Tosor, the orc with Dagor, the elves with Aura of Fire, Onia's Kingdom for the lizard, Little Island of Gabos for the goblin, and Mukhir for the hive. And I'm sure the hive and the lizard does have a lot of areas to work with here, but so are the dwarves, the orcs, and elves and human can actually expand a little bit. We are currently at year 92, and we're gonna stop at 1092. So yeah, let's see who will thrive, who will survive, and who will become the longest surviving kingdom at the end. So let's resume the game. I'm gonna like put it on ×5 right now. The oh right, I need to reactivate these. There we go. Oh hey, you got a port. That's good. Actual ship going on about. Now these guys, the hive, have yet to actually build a port because they have just now reached the ocean. Same with the dwarfs over here. Now the dwarf last time didn't do so well, but I hope that they can actually perform better. The elves have expand a little bit over here. Okay, not very linear expansion, but you know, can work. And the goblin, because they usually does poorly, I set them up on an island to see if they can survive. Okay, well, the nation on this map are gonna have a lot of interesting border due to all of these like tile being cosmetic and not actually like adhering to any sort of like geological rules. So yeah, gotta be interesting. Oh, I see that the dwarves have made a port now, or at least a dock. Very nice. Oh, we see this ship is moving over here. What? I'm not sure what is the intention here. I guess to actually like kind of scout the area, maybe. Okay, so they came back. They've scouted the area. Oh, we see that the human also have a ship going over here. I think they also scouting the area. Very nice. Who else have ships? Not much. Not much. Here we see that the human have returned to their island. To their land, not island. And they seem to have taken the ships from different nations have seemed to be taken quite an interest in this area. We see here a hive people is arriving over to this plot of land. Ah, yes, and they have set up a nice little colony here next to ancient Tosor. That might be a problem later on. Now it seems that the human have abandoned that idea of expanding to the north. Instead, they are going down south, expanding their village over here. Of course, these places could also work. Could also be serving as a, you know, farmland or maybe like residential area. And they have a whole island to work with here, so I'm not sure. Village Omiat was destroyed. I think a village was destroyed somehow. Oh, because it's probably because of the orc over here. The orc are probably always the most aggressive in all of the games, in all of the worlds. They once again are raiding a neighboring country, a neighboring race, the elves. Oh, but they are also being attacked by the lizard, who are trying to expand. It seems that the elves are not going to be able to survive. Should they? I think they should probably leave this area and maybe build a village somewhere else, safer, maybe up north. Oh, the human and the hive are also attacking each other. Same with the... Oh, the hive have also split apart. With... Okay, well, the Elven Kingdom was destroyed. So yeah, that's one raised off of the map. Mook here might cease to exist due to Cock-a-till. But the same could also be done to Cock-a-till. They seem to be very balanced right now. So perhaps... Oh no. Well, Cock-a-till was destroyed just before they managed to capture the Mook here. Ancient Tosor seems to be taking a whole lot of harassment here. Wait, no, it's not. They're actually going around to attack the human on this side. Look at this. Oh, okay. There we go. That's a battle. And that hive, just like the swarm, just like marched in. Okay, so it blasted some of the soldier onto the cannon. Blasted some of the soldier onto the mountain here, which will decrease the speed of advance for some of them. But for the most part, it does not seem to be successful. The cannon seems to have done its job. But not enough. Oh man, that hive just kind of like went in and like destroys a whole village from the human. In the meantime, this island was colonized. The lizard over here have also expanded down south. Very interesting. Goblins still doing goblin shit. Okay, well, this entire village was completely razed to the ground, but that army from the hive still lingering about. Where is they going? Oh, they are going back to their homeland. Why? Oh, because they are also participating in an attack against the orcs here. Oh, Nia's kingdom now also advancing to the Mook here to meet in battle. Seems that Mook here have drawn the ire of every single kingdom on this planet, except for the Goblin, of course, who are isolated. It's like the fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we lost the elf, so it's not a 7-nation battle. It's more like a 6 kingdom battle. Anyway, we see that I believe these are the dwarves. Have done some considerable damage. Same with the orcs to that hive kingdom, and that population is dropping like a bunch of fly being swat down by a very aggressive person holding a mosquito net, a mosquito electric badminton racket thingy. Anyway, if you do not understand what that is, just search the you know, mosquito racket, I think it is called. Very popular here in Southeast Asia. Anyway, we can see that the entire population of those hive people was entirely reduced to nothing on the mainland, and a few surviving here on the island. Although that might not be the case anymore, as look at this. The raiding party, the Vikings dwarf have arrived to pillage that village. And here they come again. Oh my god, that is overwhelming force. I dare not look, but I will have to. Oh no, these are babies! And that Mukhir kingdom is gone for good. Alright. But at the same time, the homeland of the orc, I mean of the dwarf, are now being attacked by this aggressive orc over here, and most of the forces here are being stranded on an island. No, you have to return. You have to defend yourself from the orc raid. Come on, go, go, go now! You are being attacked. I don't know why they aren't like setting sail. Come on, these two. You gotta go. There we go. Okay. Where are they going? Where are they going? Where are you going? Why are you? What the? No, no. What the heck is this strategy? You just leave your homeland to be destroyed by the orcs. By the time you arrive at the freaking orc kingdom, your homeland would be freaking razed to the ground. Come on, look at all the buildings, they're gone. The king is being escorted out of the continent here. And these guys are just like doing nothing. Oh, somehow the goblin have also been subject of attack. We have some lizard people here killing those gobs. Not for long though. Okay, we see the orc, I mean the dwarf here starting to attack now, along with the their allies, the lizard, attacking to the southern land of the orcs. But that's not gonna distract them from raiding the population of dwarfs over there in the homeland though. You gotta be quick. You guys are too slow. The strategy doesn't work. Anyway, in the middle of the area, you see that the human and the lizard have sort of start to colonize this mainland once again. Okay, the dwarf are making it into the deep into the territory of the orcs now, and while most of the orcs are kind of like in here raiding and destroy anything dwarven, the rest are attacking here. Although I do see that the some of the orc have sort of destroy most of the forces from the dwarves. That and the cannon is doing a lot of work. I think they're gonna need a lot of help from the lizard. Here's the last dwarf survive. No. Here's the last dwarf surviving Doomborim. You have to do something about that. Alright. 10 people now. I think the dwarf are probably not gonna survive. Why is there like a huge army from the human here? And why are they not attacking yet? What are you doing? What are you doing here? You're wasting time. Oh, but in the meantime, it seems that this village was destroyed, so that's some progress from the lizard side. But the orc are not relenting yet. Besides, most of them are still busy trying to find the dwarf people who are left. But most of them are here, being soldier drunken and does not do anything. And their homeland is already kind of like a piece of rubble, a pile of rubble, more like. What are you doing? Just attack! Just attack! You have superior number. There we go. But wait, what? Who is attacking? Who was attacking, rather? Okay, the orc have set down a settlement here. I don't know what the human army over here are doing. They're wasting their time. All they have done is like set fire on a few of the few houses and kill some of the unfortunate goblin who are quite literally burning, but did not do much of anything. And that kid's dead. Same with this guy, also dead. I guess the fire just gotta like deal a lot of damage without, you know, much of anything being done by the goblin. So that's a success. Also, these guys are just over here slaughtering random goblin who kind of step closer to them. Interesting strategy. See that some of them might be starving. Oh my god. A mere lone kingdom. Well, it is a mere lone kingdom. Alright. Meanwhile, the Onias kingdom still controls the large territory of the lizard. They also have settled down on these small strips of snow possible to build on. There's farm here. Huh, interesting. Same with these guys. They use this more for residential and a little bit of tower stuff going on. These guys still over here striking down any building that is erected. Cool looking farm over here. Very isolated. Might be able to protect itself from, you know, some people who want to like set fire on stuff. Hey, finally these guys are making moves. Look at that, overwhelming the goblin in just a sec. Alright, now that your little mission have been completed, maybe it's time to head home, yeah? Go! What are you doing? Alright. Whoa, 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 I saw something here. Some kind of like fire going on. Is there an attack? They are being attacked by Onea's kingdom. Royal Omiyorhel have appeared. Alright, let's put this on sonic speed. Onea's kingdom, after years of controlling the mainland of the southern mainland here, have finally been contested by a stronger, at least similar strength faction, Royal Omiyorhel. The kingdom of the dwarf have finally been destroyed as the last dwarf dies. Freed up a lot of the troops from Dago to fight against the Onea's kingdom. Somehow the lizard have settled onto the island, despite the human being the one claiming it in the first place. Or at least clearing out the goblin. The human are being attacked by the orcs now. Very aggressive behavior. Not unlike any orcs that you might be familiar with in fictions. Let's attack everyone. Onea's kingdom down to the last village. Might not survive. And they're gone. Green Anon, eh? Oh man, these guys have built like a whole forum for themselves, these lizards. Bad Oak have split off. No, the entire orc population have kind of split off into several branches, with Zezan Horde, Gero's Axis, and Bad Oak splitting up against Dago. Royal Omiyorhel have actually kind of succumbed to the same reason why their predecessor falls. Now they are being annexed by Green Anon. Despite the early orcish raid despite the orcish raid from earlier, Ashen Hegemony still possessed quite the ability to uphold law and order in the western area. Alright. Gero's Axis has succumbed to the might of Zezan Horde. In the north here, Sekona, a separate kingdom, have split off from the branches of the main lizard kingdoms. Zezan Horde does seem to have a plan to become a northern power. Is easy of death have split off though, cutting off their territory. If Zezan Horde could not secure that middle village, both of their territory, the one on the west and the east, gotta be they might split off. Okay, so they have secured that northern area. Ancient Liomoon have taken over in the southeastern corner, but quickly being suppressed by Green Anon. The globe is getting very crowded, not gonna lie. We see here a lot of land have already been colonized by different factions. There are not much left to work with. Industrialize has happened. In a surprising move, some of the villages from the north was destroyed, razed to the ground. And it seems that ancient Lalmun, who once was taking control over the southeastern corner, have completely moved to the northwest due to the aggressiveness of Green Anon. A mere lone kingdom have somehow expand in power. Ancient Lalmun down to 8 people. It seems that they were attacked by Dago. Ancient Lalmun does not exist as a political entity anymore, as the orc have been filling in to the gap. No, not really. It's a human and the lizard. Green Anon and a mere lone kingdom is still battling each other in a very prolonged war in the south. Despite early victories, it seems that the orcs have severely weakened in terms of power. But of course, with their innate ability to regenerate, they are not to be underestimated. The humans have set their foot onto the north continent, the north continent controlled by a mere lone kingdom, and have battled their way into the inner core of the continent itself, raising the villages. Of course, that was enough to create widespread uprising, creating four more kingdoms from the lizard, with Great Selakon, Iona, Camora, and Great eArtH of Fawn appearing after that devastating defeat of the defensive lizard army. With the absence of population in the northwest corner, the humans have filled in to the void, and it's now fiercely protecting their newly claimed territory from orcish invasion. And they kind of failed though. So that's that. The orcs somehow have split their attention there. And go and attack a mere lone kingdom, or at least part of their exclave in the north, after the divide by Great Selakon and Iona. The kingdom of Dago for the orc is in their last leg, as Dezan Horde does have a lot of ambition. Oh, but okay, so they have made peace with the human, perhaps to focus on the orcish front. This is a hotly contested area. None of the kingdom have been able to build a sustainable village here without getting raided and destroyed every few decades. Great Selakon also being this kind of like destroyed there. Has Iona working to seize the North continent for themselves. As the North exclave is being weakened and destroyed by Zezan Horde. Iona might have a chance. Oh, Iona might have to compete with Zezan Horde if they want to have a chance conquering that entire northern continent. Meanwhile, Eschin hegemony is being attacked by Green Anon forces here, it seems. Although they have sent those lizards back home. Alright, let's see what we have here. Interesting. Lots of ruined building, which is a telltale sign of warfare. Seems that the humans are being attacked from Iona and Great Armed Ophone. Mostly Iona, because Great Armed Ophone does not have any people left. They only have 2, so that's not gonna be alive anymore. There we go. Zezan Horde have completely united all the orc tribes. Camorra somehow have migrated to the north continent here. A mere lone kingdom, despite their claim in the longest time down in the southern continent, have been completely taken over by Royal Onua. Only a mere matter of time before a mere lone kingdom get kicked out of the main continent. Strike by Iona have destroyed part of the village here in the south of that island, of that snowy island, but to pay for that price, the Ionan has to be was actually kind of like slaughtered here in the mainland by the human. That unity does not last for long, as the orc have once again split off into 2 tribes with Zeroth fighters splitting over here. Green Anon somehow have lost most of their territory, confined down to the last village, which is being destroyed by the Orcish force. What was that? Those Orcish military, those Orcish soldiers have somehow leave those Green Anon to live as they come back home to fight against Zeroth fighters, I believe. Green Anon live to see another day. At least, if they can rebuild themselves in that state. Only having 10 people on a land of rock and snow. A mere lone kingdom, still clinging on to their mainland power status. Actually is doing pretty good, considering that they are quite they're being isolated here. This village here is not connected to this village here, which is not connected to this island here. Okay, with the loss of the other mainland capital, the Mere Lone Kingdom have to retreat their political center to that island. Eschin hegemony have slowly but surely moved in to colonize that mainland after years of competing against the orcs. Seems to me that Green Anon have come back to life here with the addition of new villagers and new buildings. But at the population of 32 people, they might want to avoid war for some times. Although they are being attacked by... They are being aggressive towards the Zeroth fighters, who are also not in a good shape here. Being attacked by Zezan hordes, who seeks to destroy any resistance from other Orcish tribes. Iona shrank down inside considerably after most of their population was annexed by, Royal Ounua. Which means that other kingdom from the lizard, the Amir Lone Kingdom, was completely eradicated. Zeroth fighters not doing good. I think they are being attacked by the lizard from Green Anon over here. Yeah, looks like that. These two kingdoms should not fight at all because they are basically on the verge of collapse. Complete collapse. And yet, somehow they still think warfare is good. Zeroth fighters might be able to win out against Green Anon, as they do have the regeneration stat. Trait, not stat. But you get the idea. Seems to me that Zezan Horde is the largest empire right now. Current superpower of the East. Meanwhile, Ashin hegemony is still fighting. Have lost some villages in the west, in this island over here, and they are attacking Royal Ounua on this island over here, though. So there's that. Iona is once again in danger, and I don't think they can bounce back. After years of unity, the Orc have once again split up into two. Well, three if you count Zeroth fighters who have yet to be united from the Zan Horde. A large territory of Royal Ounua was completely destroyed. Same with a larger territory of Ashin hegemony. I believe the culprit was Zezan Horde themselves, seeing that they have completed their strategy of basically destroying everyone on the main continent in the north, and then go and claim it. Green Anon down to the last 9 people. Probably they have to say goodbye to the game. Zeroth fighters still fighting despite the small numbers. They are being attacked by Royal Ounua, though, it seems. Yes, they are. So the troops are marching down to that little Orcish settlement to settle the difference right here on this tiny valley. Come on, move in. Hang on, let me slow down a bit so I can see this battle happening. Okay, attack. Just, what are they doing? Oh, they have made peace with each other right before the freaking attack happens. Alright, you are really cheeky pulling that shit in front of me. Data top axis. Zezan Horde and Gencon are now the main Orcish faction. With data top, not data top. Data top. Data. Shithead Germany once again moving into the mainland. Not strange, but they're gonna have to face a lot of resistance from the other mainland powers. Gencon finally had an upper hand on Zezan Horde. Although Zezan Horde does get to a little bit more territory from data top axis, perhaps balancing out the forces. Gonna have a little break here. I'm still gonna let the gameplay going for a little bit. Hey yo, what do I see here? It seems that whatever kingdom used to be on this north continent was completely eradicated by the Zezan Horde and replaced by their own land. The Rot Fighter is still alive, okay, but the Green Anon did not. Royal Onua is being attacked from both ends by Zezan Horde, it seems. Although Urk boys over here are kind of like being a distraction a little bit. Although I see that yeah, Royal Onua is probably not gonna survive that. Okay, well, Gencon and Zezan Horde are definitely dominating here. They are quite similar in numbers. While Urk boys is holding on pretty good. Not anymore. That's a lot of stuffs. It's lagging my movement. Can't even look at it smoothly. How is the population holding on? It's 13 out of 15, so they can still get 2 more villages. This guy can get 1 more, and these dudes have 4 out of 10. What surprised me the most is that the humans still somehow was able to stand firm against some of the strongest orc factions. Nadat boys have appeared. Okay, human are going to attack Zezan Horde now, I can see. One dude has made it all the way in here. 2, 3, it seems that the entire army has made their way into this area. Annihilating that mine, okay. Royal Onua might be able to survive after securing a peace treaty against the with the Zezan hordes. They can now focus their forces onto a different enemy, Genkon, who still try to attack them from the east. Although, looking at the number differences, I don't think Royal Onua would have much of a chance. It seems that in the village over here, Nadat's boy was able to take over as Dezan Horde was too busy with the northern front against Genkon. Royal Onua losing their last bit of territory, and they are eliminated. One interesting thing here is that we have two separate oceans that are not connected together. We have this ocean over here and this ocean over here. And this ocean over here is pretty much kind of like a playground for the human. Well, not really, but you know, they take control over the area in the west. Meanwhile, the orc can have the more populated ocean in the east over here. You can see how many ships there are going in and out versus how little ships going in and out over here. We only have a few port on this side, perhaps because you know, most of the village here are pretty new. They are newly built after some conquering happens. And the lizard port was completely destroyed. The Rot fighter seems to be taking control in the southern continent at the behest of Genkon. Patches of Nadat boys influenced area appeared in the coastal region over here and over here. They desperately need that water, that beachfront properties, that port, to trade with the goods, trade goods with the human. Although I do see... Wait, who is this? Well, they're not hostile with one another, but we see here two soldiers now from the Orcish kingdom getting stranded in the top, I mean, in the tip of this little continent here. A new kingdom was formed, Tor Nagat, born from the born in the southern continent of I don't know what planet this is. But Tor Nagat does have to be quite resilient to resist that that Gencon hegemony, which will probably be weighing down on them as soon as they slip. And yes they did. Tor Nagat is being slowly squeezed out of the game here. They are gonna be gone in a moment. Quick rebellion that lasts for only a small amount of time. Oh my god! That is some huge implosion by Gencon. Pennon boys, the Agas, as fighter, Blood of Toport and Gokodik Axis have appeared as separate kingdoms, dotting the map. Something that surprised me a little. Oh my god, Red Akok have basically done the last thing that Gencon wants, which is split off after a giant implosion. Not gonna reduce their power for years to come. One thing that surprised me is that the Goblin Island here was pretty much abandoned after a while. Nobody even bothered to like colonize it. Still valid land though. The situation of the map here is kind of a mess. I don't really know what's going on. I see that a Gencon exclave is being attacked here in the south by Red Agok. But there are also factions from other kingdom at play. I think there are also the Eshin had Germany sending troops in for help. Maybe there are even some other Orcish troops over here in the area. But in the north, Zezan Horde is looking to swallow up those newly formed kingdoms. Oh my god, Gencon is now down to a small territory. Only 228 people left. Are they gonna be able to survive? Pretty much not. The last Gencon person is here. Well, it's registered in this village, but they're nowhere to be found, it seems. Okay, so that huge army is kind of being demobilized out of the area. We're seeing a lot more ships now in the Western Sea, Western Ocean. This is another water body of water. Look at this, connecting these two using ports. Very interesting. Oh, there's a new kingdom. Tall Dep Nor. The Agas just got... The King Orde of the Agas is dead. The Agas is now down to the last village. Over here. Sort of a tiny place. That's probably gonna be swallowed up by Zezan Horde sometime in the future. Hey, look, a new horde have appeared. Gok Dat Horde. I don't know what Gok is, but the horde here definitely have some jokes to say. That God boys is over here. Very, very funny name. Very silly name by the orcs. Unfortunately, most of this kingdom never have a chance in the game. They spawn in way too late, and they don't just don't have enough force to usurp the hegemony of the area. I'm sorry, Gokdat Horde. Red Agok have sort of rise up to be the southeastern monstrosity that might defile Zezan Horde in the future. For now, they are cleaning up their general area of, you know, different kingdoms, annexing them into their homeland, into the mainland. Okarit kind of containing them in the east. Although we do have an exclave here from Zezan Horde. Uh-oh. That's another kingdom gone. Not that, boys. Was completely eradicated by the road fighter. That exclave from Zezan Horde looking extra surrounded right now. As it's becoming the buffer zone between the two orcish power. Gokdat Horde cannot resist against the might of Zezan Horde. Sucks because they have a good name. Come on, let them survive. As has secured back part of their territory from the Red Agog. Interesting development here with the world is being kind of divided between the north and south orc again. Of course, we don't count the human onto here because they have not been you know, active in sort of like they're not very active as a hegemony for some time now. It's mostly the orc fighting. I mean, the human does show up from time to time, but they do not really gain much of anything from their war, from their contribution in the war. Oh, they have finally settled back on the island over here. Or at least taking over the island from the previous ruin. Perhaps someone found the island on the map again. Oh, that ship just got freaking gone, man. That's like blew that ship right up. Zerot fighters were destroyed. Oh, that's why. I see. Although I was very curious why this piece of land is not colonized. Maybe because it's too small, you know. Senekri Badrorots. Interesting name. Not that good, like the Gokdat horde. Kingdom As were destroyed. What's surprising is that this exclave was allowed to exist. Oh, Red East disappeared. What do you know? Getting that, having that exclave kind of split you off into into two parts will probably leave some bad consequences later on. This cause has appeared now. Okay. Could it be a sign of the great orcish power kind of waned in power and it kind of like reduced in terms of, like, you know, control over the areas? Or is it just like, you know, red herring? And the Scots and Red East is gonna return to their kind of like hegemony later. That is already kind of happening with Red East. And the Scots is also not looking too much better. As the Red East just got absolutely bodied by Red Agogs. This cause is now also shaking as the Zezan Horde army marches into their territory. Kingdom Dust was founded. Sort of a rebellion move against Zezan Horde, although I do not know if that's gonna have too much of an effect. As you can see, most of the warfare actually happens using the kind of like on this side of the planet here, with the East Ocean kind of like connecting, allowing those troops to transport. Meanwhile, the West Ocean does not have any action going on. Also, T-Ghost fighters disappeared. Seems that the age of Great Orc power just got over, huh? As Green Ragab just appeared and split off Zezan Horde even more. Red Agog still holding on to their power, but you can definitely see the cracks showing. We take Ghost Fighter being able to control a large area before they got reclaimed by Red Agog. Blood of Toport has been able to survive for quite some time, despite the proximity with Zezan Horde, whose population is decreasing in droves as their soldiers are being slaughtered here in Green Ragab. In the end, a peace treaty was made just to reduce that death. Duzok fighter has split off from Red Agok. With all of these orcists infighting, I think the humans are the happiest about the situation. They have not been attacked on the mainland for several centuries now, although this area here was definitely attacked and driven out in the recent history. You see that some of the humans are kind of participating in a war here. Not sure which side they have choose to align themselves to. Well, this, the things here are not really that, doesn't change really that much. Do I still have sonic speed on? Yes, I do. Have to check because it's going by so slowly, but perhaps it's due to the just sheer lackiness. As Shin has Germany was able to completely remove that pesky escalate from Zezan Horde. Perhaps they were hired by Red Agok. Or it could just be Duzok fighters hiring them. As the Duzok fighters is now able to pour into this area and harass Red Agok, actually taking control of several areas. One village here, Todor. In the end, though, Duzok fighter was not able to take over the southern continent, and they are now at risk from extinction by Red Agok. Green Ragab is also being driven to ruin here by Zezan Horde. And they're out. Zezan Horde has sort of reclaimed their superpower status. Meanwhile, Red Agok have definitely claimed that already. And is currently fighting for more territory. Blood of Topor still exists. Quite a resilient country, although they did change their position. Duzok fighter down to the last village. And they're out. This mountain is the only thing separating the Red Agok from Zezan Horde now. on the mainland. Gengat boys have appeared here in the southern area. Okos also appeared in the northern area. So yeah, these two kingdoms have probably reached their maximum potential. Gengat's boys are being beaten back. Well, just beaten, because they are taking a beating now from Red Agok. Meanwhile, Okos in the north is also not doing that good either. It does seem that Red Agok and Zezanhort are two of the unquestionable superpower of the orcs. Even after their fractures, they were able to reclaim their glory. Hey, we see another one of those pesky, revolting kingdom in the south. Will this one be better? Will this one be different? Axe of Gekon. Will they be able to remove Red Agok from power? Probably not. But they do have a lot of population in a very strategic location, but not enough time. So maybe not enough time. 20 something years plus the well, maybe not 1092, right? So that's more than like a century almost. Okay, never mind. Axe of Gekon was able to split Red Agok into 3 parts, so there's that to hope for. But that loss of territory over there in the north, in that choke point, does not provoke. I mean, does not, you know, say anything about the effective Axe of Gekon, but it does makes me lose a little bit of hope for those guys. And now their territory are sinking. Alright. There's that. Over in the north though, it seems that Zezanhort have finally been attacked by Red Agok. Man, Red Agork just like declare war on everyone. I mean, they do feel like an invincible empire right now. But fighting too many fronts at once will probably leave a lot of room for error. that massive war between the two powers happening right now, with Red Agork being pushed down in the south by Zezan Horde. Quite a surprising result here. Although I do think that the bulk of Red Agork is being bogged down in this cause. Oak asses just appeared. Okay, that is a quite a different name. She's seen quite a terrible name to pronounce. Acts of Gekon capturing the village, perhaps. Can they capture that Salem continent? That would be able to deal a fatal blow to Red Agork ambition. The Scars, Acts of Gekon, Zezan Horde, they're all attacking Red Agork right now. Perhaps declaring war with the entire world was not the best move. It seems that Zezan Horde have had enough. They said, okay, I have enough of your shenanigans, Red Agork. I will push you down to this area and do not try to move back up again. Meanwhile, they are going to deal with Or's axis. Or Or's axis. I don't know which kind of like spelling to take. And of course we also see the human participating in the war here. In this northern area. Oh my. The Urk has appeared. Severely weaken Zezan Horde altogether, as they they're still kind of trying to complete their conquer of O's axis, as they did. In the south, Acts of Gekon is in the process of being annexed, and they're gone. But in the meantime, Red Agork does lose this cause, a strategic area, now working as a buffer zone between the Zezan Horde East and Red Agork. Gontop Brothers and Azez Fighter have appeared. We have about 60 years left, so you know, take your time. Man, Zezan hordes have been failing to conquer the Okhos kingdom over here in this corner for ages now. Not sure what they're even doing over there. Surprisingly resilient kingdom. Red Agork has been able to reclaim most of the continent, which moves them far ahead of Zezan Horde in terms of population. Zezan Horde is now having to fight against the Urk, and of course this cost, it seems. Okay, they manage. They're managing to do it. So Urk was have to suffer a huge defeat. Strategic defeat, perhaps, as their territory is now shrunken. Not shrunken. What the heck was shrunken? New word, everybody. New word. Anyway, red Zictus have appeared over here on this snowy island. Interesting. But also very late. These guys, the Gontop brothers, have kind of like inherit that tradition of just being an isolated village trading with a human. Okay, some peace treaties are being made. Azaz fighter has been destroyed. Man, of course, may actually get eradicated now that Zezan Horde can focus on them a little bit. Maybe though. Maybe. Of course, still have a lot of fight in them though. That's a point, right? Although reinforcement is coming from the east. The Urk. Down to the last village, 36 people. Oh no, Okos, for the first time have lost that piece of territory, and now it looks like it is all doomed for them. Look at these dudes, the Red Agok have kind of like doubled that population in no time. I knew that was too much for them. Top Red have appeared now. Although that is not enough for Red Agork to even like lose any prestige, any power. Only a tiny little bit of annoyance. "10 years left." Oh no, 8 years. 7 years left, rather. Gontop Brothers is also being attacked by Red Agork for some reason. They haven't even participated in a war. Dudes can't even go anywhere with their ships aside from the human island. Okay, last 2 years. And it's over. 1092. Let's see. Oh, it's pretty good to assume that, you know what, no. Human have basically won out this game. Look at this. Ancient Hegemony, 1091 years old. And they haven't even like lost a bit of the original territory. They have basically scored a huge area that is isolated from the main warfare area. And they did not even try to, like, you know, conquer over these places because that's gonna reduce the risk of, you know, being acknowledged by the orcs. Although they do try to send a little bit of troops from here and there into the mainland. What other kingdoms are there? Red Agor, of course. Hang on. 332 years old. King is Ort or Do. Chance store special migraine doom blade, which is not a blade. Alright. Jenny, we have already checked. We haven't seen the king though. The book. Ah! A wise king indeed. Also kind of evil. Golden Tooth. Wise. Immortal. Son of Biowa. Bloody comic. The Apocalypse. Declining Earth. Interesting name. This guy is 379 years old. Has 12 intelligence, 12 stewardship, 18 warfare, 18 diplomacy. Zezan Horde. 38. No, that's not the kingdom, that's a king. 833 years old. Yeah, if the kingdom of the human doesn't exist, this guy would be the winner. But yeah, nobody pay any attention to humans, so you know, this guy exists. King is Oak. Regen Savage Genius. Not too special. We have Rodios or Rodus with hang on, I kinda keep pressing the wrong button. 9 years old kingdom. Younger than the king. The Zoge. Okay. Crooked Volcano. Interesting name. Top Red. 13 years old. In death we believe. Ick. The king is ugly. Hatred's eye. Orders. Okay, interesting. This cause. 222 years old. Who's the king? Top Pork. This guy's short-sighted. Not sure if that's like a personality trait or that it's just like, you know, his eyesight is bad. Red Zigdud. Hang on, I need to see the kingdom first, please. There we go. In safety we shine. 834. The king is 44, so he's older than the kingdom. Intelligence 22. Wow, okay. And of course, Gontop Brothers. 62 years old. His king is Izus. Izus. This dude doesn't even have that much of a legendary arsenal. Just like some terrible legendary stuff and some terrible rest of the body. Alright, so that is gotta be it for this video. The humans have kind of struck a very good position here, it seems. And just I'm gonna be out.